One of the best things about News 6 is the people we get to work with. You know and see us all the time, but what about the producers behind the scenes?
News 6 Insider Guide Crystal Boyer is here to introduce you to one of them who just launched a new podcast, Crystal.
Yes, as the Insider Guide, I'm able to give you behind-the-scenes looks at what goes on inside our newsroom. Now, you don't usually see our producers, but they play a huge part in our newscast because they ultimately put the shows together. I'm introducing you to one of our morning show producers, Katrina Scales, and showing you how she went from print to podcast to bring you your Florida Daily.
Tell me a little bit about your schedule, because a lot of people don't know that you are here like before last night's show is over.
This is the reality of being a morning show producer, and my fellow news producers in the morning know this very well. You get to work at 11 o'clock at night. That's how long it takes to produce a TV newscast. And it's a marathon. It takes a lot of work.
Morning producer Katrina Scales is a Central Florida native and a graduate of Florida Atlantic University, where she contributed to the university press.
The newspaper is where I learned that local news is the coolest thing ever, and that sort of catapulted my my love for being in news. I loved writing, and I really loved putting together this product, but at the same time I was also a huge fan of National Public Radio at the time. It was this different kind of storytelling.
Before coming to News 6, Katrina worked at a radio station in Orlando.
And I often put together these local stories that were quick, easy, over in 3 minutes, so that people who were on their commute could easily be caught up while they're in traffic and be done with it.
Combining all of her experiences to create a new podcast.
Your Florida Daily is probably the most concentrated dose of Florida news that you could ask for.
She writes the scripts, then voices the podcast.
When it comes time to record the actual podcast, I have to walk to the back of the newsroom to the recording booth. This is where all the reporters track their stories, and this is where I record Your Florida Daily. So, come on. As you can see, it kind of looks like a pantry, about the size of a pantry, but the size is actually important. You want a small space to be able to have that good sound and make sure that the track is nice and clean. You're listening to Your Florida Daily.
Sharing the top stories affecting Floridians in a short, minutes-long podcast that you can listen to just about anywhere. Some stories odd.
Central Florida does get a lot of strange news. It's worth noting that the reason why we have so many crazy stories come out of Florida is because we have these really open public records laws. A lot of people don't know that, but it allows us to get these details that otherwise journalists in other states wouldn't get.
Your Florida Daily also includes a quick forecast from a member of our News 6 Pinpoint Weather team and wraps up with a unique Florida fact. And one random fact that Katrina shared with me is that every year, tens of thousands of Floridians and tourists gather at the Panhandle for a multi-day mullet toss. I know, people actually throw fish from the beach over the border to Alabama about some rivalry there. What a weird tradition. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to Your Florida Daily. You can find it wherever you listen to your podcast. It's also posted on our website to learn more about Your Florida Daily and to get all the juicy behind the scenes details on what's going on in our newsroom. Head to clickorlando.com/insider. Ladies, you know it's a free program.
Yes.
If you're not already a part of the club, what are you waiting for?
I know, you get all sorts of good stories and contests.
Giveaways.
So yeah, we like free stuff, but I've never heard of this fish toss tradition.
Yes.
So, you know, I learned something. I need to listen to those facts every day.
It's pretty cool. What I love about that podcast, and I've been listening to it for the past few days, is just, it's quick. It's about 3 to 4 minutes long. It gives you some points of information, obviously, like the news of the day. You get the weather, and then like an interesting fact. And it can help you, you know, maybe you do a trivia night or something, so you're learning all these things. It can help you win.
It's awesome because we have such a great assortment of podcasts, and that's one more to add into the list of things to listen to. So everyone needs to jump on and subscribe to all of them.
Right. We have to thank all of our producers like Tara, Haley. We all love you behind the camera. So thank you for what you do for us.
They do the heavy lifting.
Exactly.
That is for sure. All right, Crystal, thank you.